Cult is right, but intellectually, no. Anyway, for a cult, you don't need to be intellectual. Think of Jim Jones and what have you, and what intellectual. Or even James Mason and what have you, what intellectual. Yeah, it's not intellectualism. Cult is right. Why was he so influential? That is, I think, the question that you want to be asking, and that why I personally was never impressed. And absolutely deranged man, which is the one the man talking about Gülen in the States, came up with a crazy idea, which unfortunately cost us over 250 dead. Now, enough is enough. Enough is enough. He has to learn to pull himself together and get the hell out. And pull his hands out of the processes of this nation. So when you start looking at Gülen, I started at least looking at Gülen in this perspective, then you see the so-called takiye, meaning doing something, saying something else kind of thing. And takiye is not a concept that's alien to this part of the world. It's originally Jewish. We saw the same thing. So what did Gülen give you, you might ask to people? 40 years, all right. And so he was after a golden generation. Did you hear that too? They say he's coming up with a golden generation. And that is his golden generation. So where is the success? You would think that in 40 years, placing people into schools and with exams that are pre-coached, etc., etc. So what did he produce? Did he produce a space engineer, or some great writer, or some great musician, or some great doctor? None of this is there. So for one thing, he is not successful. That he does, that he had followers, yes he did. Yes, he did have followers, but any self-respecting cult leader should have that many followers. There's nothing here that should be. We shouldn't exaggerate, really. We shouldn't exaggerate. And if he were as good as he was, that coup would not have come to 105 hours, which it did. With people and with the army itself. The coup wasn't the army. The coup was, don't forget, a percentage of people within the army. He's not all that successful. And he'll go, I think, hopefully.